Benjamin Bibi Netanyahu is one of the most influential, controversial, and long-serving political figures in modern Israeli history. His life story is deeply connected with Israel's national identity, security struggles, and political evolution. Born on October 21, 1949, in Tel Aviv, Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu grew up in a family where history, nationalism, and Zionist ideology were part of everyday life. His father, Ben-Zion Netanyahu, was a renowned historian and a passionate Zionist intellectual, known for his research on Jewish history and anti-Semitism. This intellectual environment shaped Benjamin Netanyahu's worldview from an early age, instilling in him a strong belief in Jewish survival, national security, and political realism. During his childhood, Netanyahu spent several years in the United States because of his father's academic work. This exposure to American culture played a crucial role in shaping his personality, communication style, and political strategy. He became fluent in English and developed a deep understanding of Western politics, media, and diplomacy. Like many Israeli leaders of his generation, Netanyahu was comfortable speaking directly to international audiences, especially in the United States. After completing high school, Netanyahu returned to Israel and joined the Israel Defense Forces. He became a member of Sarah Makol, an elite special forces unit known for its dangerous and high-risk missions. His military service was intense and formative. Netanyahu participated in several covert operations, gaining first-hand experience of warfare, intelligence, and leadership under pressure. One of the most defining moments of his life occurred in 1976, when his older brother, Yoni Netanyahu, was killed while leading the famous Entebbe rescue operation in Uganda. Yoni's death deeply affected Benjamin Netanyahu and reinforced his commitment to Israel's security and fight against terrorism. After completing his military service, Netanyahu pursued higher education in the United States. He studied architecture at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology (MIT) and later earned a master's degree in management. During this period, he also worked as a consultant at a prestigious firm, gaining experience in economics, business strategy, and public communication. These skills would later become central to his political career. Netanyahu entered public life in the late 1970s and early 1980s. Initially focusing on diplomacy and counterterrorism advocacy, he became Israel's deputy chief of mission at the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C. His articulate English confident demeanor and sharp debating skills made him a frequent guest on American television. He presented Israel as a frontline state against global terrorism, positioning himself as a strong voice for Israeli security on the international stage. In 1988, Netanyahu officially entered Israeli politics by joining the Likud party and winning a seat in the Knesset. His rise was rapid, served as deputy foreign minister, and later as Israel's ambassador to the United Nations. At the UN, Netanyahu gained a reputation as a fierce defender of Israel, often confronting critics and challenging resolutions he viewed as biased. His speeches were widely covered. His media presence helped build his image as a bold and uncompromising leader. Netanyahu's breakthrough moment came in the mid-1990s, following the assassination of Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin and growing public concern over security issues. Netanyahu positioned himself as a leader who could protect Israel while opposing concessions. He believed in endangered national safety. In 1996, at the age of 46, he became the youngest prime minister in Israel's history after winning a direct election against Shimon Peres. His first term as prime minister was marked by intense political polarization. Netanyahu opposed many aspects of the Oslo Accords while navigating pressure from the United States and internal divisions within Israel. His leadership style was assertive and confrontational, earning him both strong supporters and fierce critics. Economic reforms, security tensions, and strained relationships with political allies ultimately led to his electoral defeat in 1999. After stepping away from the prime ministership, Netanyahu did not disappear from politics. He reinvented himself as a reformer and economic strategist. Serving as finance minister in the early 2000s, he implemented free market reforms, reduced government spending, and promoted privatization. Supporters credit these policies with strengthening Israel's economy, while critics argue they increased inequality. Netanyahu returned to power in 2009, beginning what would become the longest prime ministerial tenure in Israeli history. This period solidified his global profile, emphasized security, opposition to Iran's nuclear program, and skepticism toward Palestinian statehood under existing conditions. His speeches at the United Nations, especially his warnings about Iran, became iconic and widely debated. Throughout his leadership, Netanyahu cultivated strong relationships with conservative and nationalist groups within Israel, while also building close ties with powerful international leaders. He played a key role in the normalization agreements between Israel and several Arab states, reshaping Middle Eastern diplomacy. These agreements were hailed by supporters as historic achievements. However, Netanyahu's later years in office were overshadowed by legal troubles and political deadlock. Corruption charges against him sparked mass protests and deepened divisions within Israeli society. Despite this, his loyal base viewed him as a victim of political persecution and continued to support his leadership. Benjamin Netanyahu's story is one of resilience, ambition, controversy, and influence. Loved by supporters as a strong protector of Israel and criticized by opponents as a divisive figure, his impact on Israeli politics is undeniable. His life reflects the complexities of leadership in a nation constantly balancing security, democracy, and identity.